When we were travelling full time, we used to rely heavily on wiki camps and hit camps, and that then determined which direction the next day we were going to take.
But what we soon discovered is that some of these reviews are right and some of them are wrong. And we're here today to decide which one's which.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good.
Well, look, one of our favourite places was, and still is, Cobb Co.
Still is, yeah.
So let's have a read of some of these reviews. And what we're going to do, we're going to read the reviews and walk around the park and give the park our own thumbs up rating.
Absolutely.
All right? Okay, so let's go. First one. The amenities need some TLC, for they are looking neglected and tired. Toilets and showers were not clean the 4 days we were there. Okay, that's fair. The next one. 9 p.m. curfew, no generators in certain hours, speed limits.
Again, I think that they're all really good rules, in my opinion.
I think that's really good, personally.
We don't even need to check that. We already think that's a brilliant
I think that's
thumbs
great.
up.
That's one of the reasons we come. All right, the next one. A little crowded, but very comfortable.
There's 50 acres here,
Yep.
spread out. It's even when it's packed, you've still got space, I think. But anyway.
2 families camping together that decided to camp right behind us. Not sure why there was so much empty space.
Yeah, that one's tough, but that's got nothing to do with the caravan park itself.
That's about it.
That's what I mean, it's not even a lot.
So, what we're going to do, we're going to go for a walk around the park and we're going to see, okay, what's really going on here, what's great and what's not so great. So let's go.
Maybe there's some playgrounds that are a little bit too small for me now. Dinosaur. Rawr. Rawr.
Well, one of the new things about Cobb Co that is here now that wasn't here, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago,
More like 10.
maybe, is this incredible putt-putt golf course. Now, I didn't actually do the putt-putt golf because...
I don't think you really wanted to.
No, I did. Someone has to actually work, you know.
Please.
Someone has to work and make sure that everything's, you know, been edited and schoolwork and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Justine and Riley went.
We had like the best time ever. This was definitely up there with one of the best additions to a campground that we've not been to for like years. I went with Riley first and it was like really quiet because it was just before the weekend, all those people arriving. So we pretty much had the place to ourselves. Now, this isn't your average putt-putt. You get in there and it is an experience, and it has a twist. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you definitely have to do the putt if you go to Cobb Co campgrounds.
Well, and Riley went how many times?
Oh, he went twice.
No, I think he went more than that.
He actually went 3 times.
I think he went 3 times.
Yeah, he went with me, and then he went with his mate, just the 2 of the boys. They went because when they arrived, the boys went up and did their own thing without all the younger kids. And then he went again with all the next family that came. So he actually did it 3 times. So $15 a go, I originally thought was super pricey, but once I got in there, hands down, worth every single cent. So,
all right, well, I'll take their word for it, but let's go have a look.
Check it out.
Well, down the very back of Cobb Co is this incredible Billabong, and it has always been such a draw card for us in choosing to come to this terrific campground.
And just to put like a bit of a time frame on it, we've been bringing Riley here since he was in prep at school. We used to do school camps up here at Cobb Co, and he's now 14 and a half. So that gives you a bit of perspective how we've seen it over the years and the changes that have been made. So,
and when he used to do the rope swing when he was little,
he couldn't even reach it.
No, he couldn't actually reach the swing, but now his legs dangle in the water as he's going across. So
it's gone completely changed. So.
Yeah. And in the early mornings here around the Billabong are just absolutely stunning with all the birds and the mist, and it's just terrific.
The water's just like glass because no one's disturbed it yet. And it's just peaceful and stunning. And then in like a couple of hour turnover once people are waking up, and then we've got breakfast, and you start getting the mornings coming down, and then you get like, it's just like a beach kind of thing. You know, you get that changeover of people coming and going, but then it just becomes this amazing network of families and kids that have met kids all playing together, and it's so beautiful watching just the connections, and it's what it's all about. That's why we love the Billabong. It really just brings like all the campground together again.
People end up bringing their camp chairs and their tables down for little morning teas and
it's really cool.
Teas. Yeah, it's a great spot. So let's have a look at that. amenities, clean, tidy.
I'm about to go try it out. I'll be back.
Let's go.
I'm off to the lavatory.
All right, baby. Review number 1. Amenities, clean.
Yeah, that
dirty,
was clean. And
clean.
this is actually like been busy and there's been so many people and they're actually cleaning other areas as we speak. So that's a total debunk, that one.
Yep. We have seen these guys clean these toilets practically every 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, yep. Debunk.
So back when we were coming, this used to be the old reception, but now it's the museum, so come check it out.
Alright, so we have been at Cobb Co for the last couple of nights. We've been fully off-grid, and it's been awesome because it's been a long time since we've actually been camping off-grid, and it's really brought back heaps of memories from the past. But I wanted to talk to you about how the Snowy has gone off-grid. So we've told you in many videos in the past that we are super power hungry, and this trip has not changed that. We've been using toasting machines, coffee machines, we've been charging computers, charging devices. And today has been a super cloudy day, right? So hasn't been a lot of sun. And as such, in May, you know, we tend to, with the May sun, it's not as strong as middle of summer. So we haven't had the sun intensity that we've had before. So when we woke up this morning, the batteries were about 60%. So we got up, we made coffees, we made breakfast and so on. The sun was out this morning, and then the battery levels went down to about 50%, which was fine. But as such, the clouds came over, and then we were having a bit of an issue as far as replenishing those batteries. But we've been really lucky because on this Caravan we've got 600 watts of solar, and we have also purchased this King's solar blanket, which has 360 watts of solar, and we have managed to get our batteries up to 70%, which I think is pretty good. This solar panel has been a real win for us, and if you want more information on this panel, you can just click the description below, and there's a little affiliate link that'll take you straight to Amazon where you can pick one up. But this solar panel has been terrific. So we can basically fold this panel up like this, And then we fold it up, and it just folds up like a little square. It's got its own little bag where it just fits into, and it just fits into our little our compartment over there. And it's about I think it's about 4 kilos, so it's not that heavy, but it's been so good. It's been cranking the power in, and along with the solar panels on the roof, we've managed to get, we've increased the batteries up to about 70%. So it's been really good. So I really think if you want to go off grid, it's more important to have a really great solar array than batteries. That's my opinion, because it doesn't matter how many amps of batteries you've got. In this Snowy, we've got 400 amps of battery power. It doesn't matter how many amps of battery power you have. If you don't have the solar array, then you're going to have an issue with getting the power back into the batteries. So a really great way to do, obviously increase the solar array, is to get one of these panels. And it's been terrific. So I would totally recommend that you guys look into these, get one. Snowy, it's easy, just plug it straight into the battery and away you go. All right, so while we were sitting around the Billabong, a mate of ours said, "Have you seen the creek?" And we said, "What? What creek?"
What creek?
And we've been coming here for so long, we had no idea that behind all the facilities,
Like down behind the Billabong, right down the back.
right on the border of the property, is this incredible freshwater creek. And how stunning was it?
Can't believe that we have never been down there. It's mad to think the amount of times we've been there and we've not actually physically gone down there.
Yeah, I would imagine in summer it would be absolutely stunning there. You wouldn't want to leave.
No.
It was a bit cool.
It was a little bit on the chilly side. We actually didn't get in the Billabong.
No.
No, too cold for me.
In the creek.
Or in the creek or the Billabong.
Yeah,
it was just too cold. So,
Yeah.
But in saying that, we had little kids, I guess. I think I was trying to figure out, okay, now why did we not know there was a creek? And I'm thinking it's probably because we had little kids and we were just too busy socialising and kids trying to get on rope swings and canoeing and stuff in the Billabong. But
And when we say creek, it's probably more like a river. They call it a creek, but it's it actually, and the water flows pretty fast.
and we haven't actually mentioned this, but there's beautiful walking tracks all around through the property, and that's pretty much how you find the creek down the back.
Yeah.
They're beautiful walks, and that's where you see it down there. You can hear the water running, and that's sort of oh, what's down there, and then you just go down.
I think it's because they don't really signpost it all that much, but you sort of have to go from the Billabong and sort of walk towards the border and down the hill, and there it is.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
it is stunning. So it's definitely a space where you can just sit and be still and just listen to the water running and the birds. It's
And
beautiful.
the dogs loved it too.
It kind of reminded me a bit like rainforesty.
The dogs went nuts.
The dogs went nuts. They really did. They loved it down
did.
there. So
Let's
anyway,
let's have a look at that one.
go check it out.
Well, I really enjoyed this little weekend away back to our old little stomping ground of Cobb Co.
It's been awesome.
Did you enjoy it, mate?
Mate, a bit rough.
But before we go...
I have enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, that's good. We do need to just debunk these little, I think, pretty unfair reviews of one of our favourite campgrounds in the area.
Yes.
So the first one, amenities.
Tick,
So
tick,
off you
and
go.
tick,
Off you go.
honestly. So the amenities were clean everywhere. So because you've got different areas of the toilets and the amenities, and you got the showers, everything was clean. You always had the toilet paper there. You always had hand soap to wash your hands. There's always fresh water there. There was no blocking of toilets or drains or anything. So a lot of these little reviews, I mean, we didn't share all the reviews. We just sort of picked a few and sort of that rounded it off. But one of them was the cleanliness of the property, and 10 stars. Like, honestly, there was absolutely zero wrong with any of the amenities. Even the Portaloo ones that are right down the back, past down near the Billabong, there was a Portaloo. They're clean.
Yeah.
And yeah, I totally debunk that one.
All right, so the next one, there was some reviews complaining about how the park was very crowded. Go.
I'm not doing the explanations. A campground is going to be crowded on your holidays, your long weekends, even just your average weekend when people have parties. It's a normal thing. I don't really think personally that's something people can complain about.
Look, there's 50 acres there.
Yeah.
Of campgrounds. So there's
we all know
plenty of room.
Everyone loves to camp on top of each other regardless.
They do, which leads us on to the next one where someone was complaining about people camping right on top of each other.
Yes.
Well, that's not really the park's fault, to be honest.
And that's what I mean. It's not like that's the park's fault. I mean, you know, we had people pretty camped up close to us unnecessarily, and it was a good spot. They decided that's where they wanted to be, and it is what it is. So even though I was cracking my nanny originally, I was like, you know what, at the end of the day, it's not even about that, because we're not even going to be sitting there looking at that massive view. We're here with our mates, we're having fires and dampers, marshmallows, and having fun, playing putt, swimming in the Billabong. Do you know what I mean? How much time are you actually spending at your caravan staring at the back of another caravan or a tent?
The thing is, you don't want to be around when Justine's cracking her nanny.
I did crack it. I'm not going to lie, I did. But I got over it, because I'm like, you know what? Why am I cracking it? Like, who cares?
I think that's more campground etiquette. I think that's not really the campground fault. I think that's probably another video, mate. Campground etiquette.
Yeah, that's a totally different video.
Yeah, which we can definitely talk like for hours about.
Oh my gosh, we can.
All right, and the last one, we had somebody writing a review about the fact there was a 9 p.m. curfew.
Yes, go Cobb Co.
Yes, and there is actually a 9 p.m. curfew.
There is.
There's pretty signs around the park that says, you know, if you have your music turned up after 9 p.m, you're out of there.
Yeah, they had a really cool sign. I don't know if I got it. Something about if you're unpacking something or rather get ready to pack your bags to leave or something. Yeah. And I was loving it. I'm thinking this is so good because it's a very family-orientated campground. It's not a campground for a bunch of young'uns to rock up as like a schoolies, get drunk, scream and yell, run around and music blaring. It's so not one of those campgrounds. Yeah. It's so beautifully run and it's so clean and so many young kids. I just think, as a whole, that 9 p.m. curfew is brilliant.
Yeah. All right, mate. Well, before we go, what we're going to do, we're going to give this campground a score out of 10. All right. Yes. So I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go mark from 0 to 10. You ready?
On just overall?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, 7.
10.
Whoa, okay.
I love it there.
10.
I have a 10. That's a low score from you.
You know, like, mate, we have been around to a few campgrounds.
I think Tim worked for so much of it, so he had a different experience.
Okay, well, you said 10, I said 7. We'll round it to 8.5.
Perfect.
Okay, 8.5. All right.
I think that's a good score anyway. I think I loved it because it has all my little things, and I'm old now, so I like having my cup of tea by the Billabong or going to bed early with my little fairy lights around in the caravan. I don't know. I just love it.
You're not getting old, baby.
And I get to spend time with you.
You're just getting experienced.
I'm just old, okay? It's okay. I can own that.
All right. Well, that'll about wraps it up. So, thanks for joining us. And
so if you're in the area and you're around this place and you want to go to Cobb Co campgrounds, I think it's 9 Mile, isn't it? Cobb Co 9 Mile campgrounds. 9
Mile Creek or something.
You've got to go because it is beautiful. The owners are lovely. We had so many chats with them. I had plenty of chai, which was actually something else we didn't mention.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a brand new reception area. I can't believe we didn't even mention that. They do have a brand new reception area. It's a massive open room. You've got your essential little knick-knacky things for a little shop. They've got lots of souvenirs, got an awesome coffee machine. Oh, and the benches along there, got huge benches there which have all your
charging points.
Yeah, power points and chargers. So you can go up there, grab your coffee or your chai for me, sit up there in the sun and do some work plugged into power. So even if you're in the tent and you don't have access to it, you just go up there for the morning or whatever, and you can just sit there and chill out and relax. So again, that's why I gave it a 10 originally, because it had literally everything. I loved it. Anyway, that's about it. I could talk for hours about it because I really loved it. It was really awesome.
Justine's good value. That's why she gave it a 10.
I am a good value. That's why you married me.
Yeah, that's it. All right. We'll catch you in the next vid.
All right. See you guys.